Foundation, the Laureate Beta Iota chapter of Beta Sigma Phi, and VFW Post 4331. Thank you for joining us for this very, very special Honor and Remember ceremony. Tonight we have 3 service organizations built around community and connection that have come together for one purpose: to remember our fallen, to honor those who have served, and to ensure that their legacy continues through us. As our nation celebrates our 250th year and Colorado celebrates 150, there could hardly be a more fitting time to do this as a community and to remember this story of our state and the story of our nation that was written in part by men and women who raised their right hand to answer a phone call.
Hello, it's Murphy.
To raise our right hand to defend our nation and to defend the Constitution. Veterans and those that are currently serving, you've earned the right to salute. We'll have several moments in the ceremony where we'll ask that you render an honor or a salute. That first will be during the singing of our national anthem. And it's my privilege to introduce Brenda, who will be leading us in the national anthem.
All right.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rippling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
2.
Thank you very much.
Let us bow our heads in a moment of remembrance and gratitude. Almighty God, we gather today to honor the brave men and women who have dedicated their lives to the service of our nation. We give thanks for the unwavering courage, their profound sacrifices, and the profound legacy they leave behind. We ask for your blessings on our assembled guests, the families who have supported them, and those who continue to serve in the armed forces. May you grant comfort to those who mourn, and peace to those who carry the memories of their comrades. Bless this ceremony today, and let us never take for granted the precious liberties that were purchased at such a high cost. May we always remember their dedication to duty, honor, and country. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Helen. We're going to hear from him in just a moment, but I wanted to just kind of center us in some of the meaning. First, the full circle story. There's moments in life when you suddenly realize that something much larger has been unfolding around for years, and tonight is one of those moments for me. And I'm going to cry, so just bear with me.
Let them tears fly.
So my name is Karen Cantor, and I have the honor of being the Executive Director for the Honor Bell Foundation. I am a proud Army veteran, but probably more so a more proud Army mama right now. When we first received a call from the I saw the name, and it caught my breath. It caught my breath. Lawanda had shared with Jordan that the Gloria Beta Iota chapter of Beta Sigma Phi was giving us a donation. She also shared in that first message that the reason was because of the impact that the honor bell had on her personally when we rendered final honors to Leonard Ford, Vietnam veteran. And I was immediately taken aback. And I called Jordan and I was like, I think I know the one. Let me check. And sure enough, so many years ago, we're thinking about probably 20 years ago, potentially. When I first came to Colorado, it was in this weird transition. I was just getting out of the military, and my beloved was getting ready to deploy. We went to a school, and the very, very, very first person he met was a little boy named Charlie Ford. And Charlie and Wanda and Leonard took such good care of my daughter. Charlie, if you've ever met him, has this wonderful enthusiasm. And one of the things he was most enthusiastic about was Cub Scouts. And who was the leader? Leonard Ford. In those years, Leonard instilled a deep sense of patriotism, service, and honor in my son. When my beloved disappeared after 9/11 the next day, and then was gone for almost 4 years in service to our country, Drew had another family here to take care of. And as having been at that time then pretty much a single mom, didn't know really anybody here, I will be forever grateful to Leonard and to Mom for instilling that sense of service, selfless service, servant leadership into my son, who is now serving in the United States Army, National Guard, full-time. Full circle. Full circle.
Amen.
So that's what legacy looks like when one life touches another. One act of service inspires the next. One person remembers, and because they remember, someone else is never forgotten. And tonight, we have truly come full circle. And I can't imagine a more beautiful reason to be here than to honor with you your heroes. So as we think about our nation's birthday, reflect deeply, deeply on our freedoms. We know more than anyone that those freedoms came at a cost. And those freedoms are never free.
Never.
They were purchased generation after generation by ordinary Americans willing to do extraordinary things. My brothers and sisters.
He and she with the guts to follow through with what we're ordered to do.
And tonight we're going to remember the price that they paid. There's few organizations that understand that responsibility of remembrance more deeply than the veterans of foreign wars. Long after military service ends, VFW posts across our country remain places of belonging, service, fellowship, advocacy, places where we, brothers and sisters, continue to take care of each other. We're so deeply grateful to VFW Post. Do you say 4331? 4331 for opening its doors in part to the community tonight. So please welcome a few words from Howard Arnold, Commander, Post 4331.
Thanks everybody for coming tonight. First thing, I'd like to thank our partners, Laura Beta Iota chapter of Beta Sigma Phi Sorority, VFW 4331, Missouri Member 1, in particular for spearheading today's honor bell ceremony. I'd like to open my remarks today with a quote from President Franklin Roosevelt. Those who have long enjoyed such privileges as we enjoy forget in time that we died to live. This quote is a perfect example of why it's so important for us to all be here right now, to honor and remember the people who answered our country's call to duty and paid with the ultimate sacrifice. Our country is the most prosperous country in the world, has the highest standard of living, and is the world's reigning preeminent superpower because we have defended freedom the world over. The Honor Bell ceremony recognizes, honors, and remembers the people who paid with their lives to make this possible. Thank you all for joining us today to help us do just that. I'd like to close my remarks with this quote. Our debt to the heroic men and women and valiant women in the service of our country can never be repaid. They have earned our undying gratitude. America will never forget their sacrifices. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, sir.
Truer words, truer words. Thank you, Commander Howard. And tonight would not exist, of course, without the women of the laureate Beta Iota, Beta Sigma Phi. I'm always going to mess up. Okay. And if you didn't know, it's an international women's organization that's built on relationship, lifelong learning, and of course service to others. Across generations, its members have strengthened their communities by turning fellowship into meaningful action and a shared commitment to making a difference. Of course, the decision to support the Honor Bell is so deeply personal. Most of you know Rwanda, I would assume. But from my standpoint, service continues in a different way. And as a military spouse and as a veteran spouse, you have a heart to. One thing that stands out about Rwanda is how deeply, deeply patriotic she is, or was, and still remains, and continues to live this lifelong service. Luanda is the founder of the project, the Pocket Flag Project. And if you don't know that, her group, her mission, her vision has sent millions of flags across the seas to those that are serving. I also want to mention that Leonard served in Vietnam and did 2 tours. And if I remember correctly, he was a river runner, right, in the Navy. And so not only was he running supplies, but Leonard was also entrusted with bringing down our fallen. Obviously, that experience of serving her country, serving her husband through his transition has stayed with Luanda. It's inspired her to continue her service. So I want you to please welcome Luanda. If anyone needs to sit, that's totally fine. We put the air conditioning on as well.
I'm going to invite you to all move in closer if you're having any difficulty hearing, because even over here this close I was having difficulty hearing, and we did not know if we needed to arrange for any kind of a PA system here. When I brought this idea to my chapter, we wanted to make a small donation to the Honor Bell Foundation. I have been working diligently the last 2 years to try and let people know what Beta Sigma Phi is and that we have 27 chapters in the Denver area. So I said, instead of sending our check in the mail, let's do a personal presentation. Well, this personal presentation of our little check has turned into this. Them bringing the Honor Bell for us so all of you who may not know what it is can learn about it and learn about this beautiful thing that we have available at Fort Logan and elsewhere in our community. We were able to invite the American Legion, the VFW, the Elks, the DAR, and Sons of the American Legion are here. I saw one of them. Riders are here, and I'm not sure who all else, but we wanted to make this a community effort and let other people know about the Honor Bell and what we do here in our community. And I welcome you all. Thank you for being here, and I hope this impacts you in some way.
God bless you, ma'am.
So if you don't know about the honor bell, we'll give you a brief history. And actually, John would probably give you a better history than anyone. John served in the Order of the Purple Heart with our founder, Lou Oliveira. Lou jumped into Panama in Operation Just Cause. And during that jump, he was shot 3 times, I believe. Once in the head, actually, as well. So the battle that Lou fought continued beyond his time in service. Lou was attending a funeral for one of his buddies' dads. He's a World War II veteran. And you can certainly add in John, because I know when he was at the service, there were no military honors, and Lou was absolutely gutted. He left there committed to figuring out a way that when there's no military honors, what else can we do? And that commitment took him over to John's group. And the dream started on napkins and at kitchen tables. And as the vision grew a little bit larger, it branched off from John's group and then became the Arvada Foundation. 10 years ago, Memorial Day, was the first time that we were in service at Fort Logan. This bell that you see before you serves Fort Logan Monday through Friday for our nation's heroes, to render a final salute worthy of the sacrifice that they made for all of us. We have now served at about 8,400 services.
Way too many.
And it continues to grow. Out of this, Lou had a vision, and I'm not sure if it was vision from day one, John, but Lou had a vision to have a bell in every national cemetery across the United States. It took many, many years to get here. And after Lou passed, others came in and committed to bringing this legacy to life. And we now have Pikes Peak Honor Bell, which serves at Pikes Peak National Cemetery now Monday through Friday as well. That legacy could not happen without you. This bell doesn't belong to us, it belongs to you. It belongs to the community. And wherever we can go to honor our heroes and to help facilitate a different level of healing for our veteran brothers and sisters, we will be there. In the mornings and the evenings and on the weekends. But the sign that you see behind the bell, forged from honor, was what Lou came up with and his team came up with. Forged from honor, there are artifacts that were entrusted to us by the families of 12 local Colorado families. These are heroes that serve. They all have such beautiful, beautiful stories. As the bell was forged, ceremoniously, those beautiful artifacts that you see, dog tags, medals, coins, pieces of their uniform, were laid into the molten bronze as it was cast. So after the ceremony, and you might be able to see it from here, you see some specks along the patina of the bell. And those are not imperfections. Those are remnants of our heroes. We carry those heroes with us through every ceremony. And we carry every hero that we honor with us from that day forward. Soon, you're going to hear 7 tolls. If you've not heard the bell before, it was formed so large so that it would be in the morning tone of A. So we do not ring for celebration, but we toll in honor. Those 7 tolls are separated by 7 seconds. 7 moments to breathe, 7 moments to reflect, 7 moments to remember. And each toll, represented by the 7 stars on the bell, has a meaning. Toll 1 represents that moment, that choice to serve, that moment that each of us and each of our heroes raise that right hand. that willingness to place country before self, and if necessary, another life before their own, another person's life. Toll 2 stands for camaraderie, and that camaraderie is what kept us in the military, drew us to the military, and drew you to continue serving your brothers and sisters today. Toll 3 stands for patriotism, for a love of a country not measured in words but demonstrated through service, for the willingness to defend an imperfect but precious promise, liberty. Toll 4 is for respect, for the respect earned through service, the respect due to the uniform, the respect due to the family who waited, and the respect of a grateful community. Please join us. It's a grateful community that owes to those who stood watch on its behalf. Toll 5 is for dignity, for a promise that when a veteran's final journey comes, they'll be treated with reverence, with tenderness and dignity. And like Lou's legacy, his vision, they will not make that final journey alone. Toll 6 is for honor, for the life that was lived, for the duty that was carried, the sacrifices the rest of us may never fully know. And for the sacred obligation of the living to say, your service mattered, your life mattered, and we will remember. The 7th toll, which is represented by the star that you see. It's the deepest. It stands for the value of life, the immeasurable value of one human life, because beneath every uniform was a son or a daughter, a husband, a wife, a mother, a father, a friend, a battle buddy, a mentor, a neighbor, a person who is loved, a person whose absence leaves an empty chair at the table. No medal can fully measure that life. No citation can completely tell its story. And no single toll can contain its worth. But tonight we will try. Before the bell tolls, however, there's names that need to be said. Names that live in the hearts of each of you. Because remembrance begins with a name. When we speak the name of someone we've lost, something important happens. For one moment, the world knows that they were here. So I invite each of you, bring your heroes to mind. Somebody holding your heart. Perhaps it's a veteran that raised you, a spouse, a parent, a son or a daughter, someone who you served beside, someone who you've lost in service to the community. The Scoutmaster. Perhaps they died decades ago, and perhaps the loss is so new that saying their name catches in your throat. That's okay. We'll go around, and one at a time, we invite you, if you're able, to say their name. And if you're not, that's okay. You can pass. John, let's start with you.
John Grant, military of the Purple Heart, and that's where Lou was an original member when we started the group, and his vision was doing something back to back. So
We honor Lou every day. I showed John, we have his name tag inside the van, so every morning we remember. Who would you like to honor today?
William Miles, my brother, passed away in 2000.
My father, Al Trujillo, Vietnam vet.
Lance Corporal Slocum, who I've never met. I would believe he was the first Marine that was taken in the Gulf War. My grandfather, D.
My father-in-law has impairment in cerebral Korea.
My father, Robert Schreckengoss, U.S. Navy.
Don't be bashful, one of y'all.
Oh, Rick, Lou Baldessari, Army Combat Medic, Korea, Heartbreak Ridge, Bloody Ridge.
Hoorah.
In the back.
My grandmother, Mabel Corwin, she served in the Navy during World War
My grandfather, John Rogers, served in the Army in World War II. My husband, Howard Arnold, Navy in Vietnam.
My grandfather, Robert C. Miller, World War II Navy.
Robert J. Raposa, tail gunner, B-24 bomber out of Italy. My father and my uncle John Otto Fulmer, prisoner of war in Germany in World War II.
My grandfather, James Thompson, Vietnam War. My other grandfather, James O'Hara, both my parents in the Air Force, and then myself in the Army.
My father, Edwin Pearman, he was in the Korean War, the Marines, and my nephew was also a Marine.
Dave Larson is my best friend. He died a year ago.
Dennis Joe Blatter, Sergeant, United States Marine Corps, 56 to 64.
Lars Larson, my father, U.S. Navy, World War II.
Daryl and Jean Goff, my uncles, in the Korean War. My husband, Leonard Ford, U.S. Navy, served in Vietnam. My dad, U.S. Army Air Corps, served in World War II in India. My grandfather, Frank Francis Brummer, served in France and was gassed in the trenches there in World War I. My four uncles, my mother's four brothers: Lloyd Laverne Cockrell, U.S. Navy; Clifford Claude Cockrell, U.S. Army; Sherman Sammy Cockrell, U.S. Army; and Wilbur William Cockrell, U.S. Navy; and my brother-in-law, James Robert Ford.
My husband, Gary Gross, Colonel in the Marine Corps, lost him 3 years ago. And his uncle, Ralph Gross.
My sister named them all already, so thank you.
Captain Hall, United States Army, 30th Infantry Division. We lost him in Desert Storm.
My uncle Daryl Arnold, door gunner, Vietnam, Army gunner.
Sergeant Alan Searcy, U.S. Army.
Tonight, our circle of remembrance must reach beyond this gathering to the American families who have experienced recent loss. My son had just returned from Jordan on Monday, and the bombings started just a few days later. So we keep in mind also the 18 heroes that we have just recently lost. So for those who we've named, and those that you are holding in your hearts, together we're going to honor them. We will start with the playing of taps, and we do ask you that if you have served, to please render a salute as we hear taps. too. Our bell commander today is U.S. Navy veteran Jordan Daniel. Commander, toll the bell. Please join us in a final salute. As the sound of the bell echoes across these plains, rises to the mountains and to our heavens, and settles deep within our hearts, resonating. Hear it for what it is. That is the voice of a grateful nation, a grateful community saying, we remember you, we honor you, and we will not forget. And perhaps the greatest honor that we can ever give the fallen is not simply to remember how they died, but rather how they lived. And to commit every day to live a legacy worthy of their sacrifice. Thank you for sharing your heroes with us, because your heroes will continue now in our hearts. That every time this bell tolls from this day forward, your heroes toll with us. And we're here with you.
A couple more things. There's some folks that wanted to make some donations to the honor bell, and we'd like to go ahead and do that. Luanda, if you'd like to start, it would be great.
This is just a small token. We have a real check, but this makes a better picture. With the rest of my chapter, come join me here. And on behalf of Laureate Beta Chapter of Beta Sigma Phi in Arvada, we present you with this facsimile of a check. And I hope there are some more to come from others here tonight.
Okay. So also, we have one from VFW Post 4331, and it's the least we could do, and we're always here for you as well. So know that we're not going anywhere. Please come visit us again anytime we can help anyway. We're ready. We also had a private foundation from one of our members, who also is a member of the American Legion, Bob Runge.
Yeah.
And Bob was very generous man, so we wanted to be sure. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
I think the value of tonight was just reconnecting with Luanda and seeing the magic of the service, the continued service in the community, and the connections that we've made that span decades. And if one interaction led to so many other continued interactions.
Hoorah!
Hoorah!
We got time for a group photo?
I wanted, did you get a chance to share what you wanted to share about Beta Sigma Phi as well?
I'll tell you just a little bit about Beta Sigma Phi because we've already run over time.
Oh, we did.
But
we don't care about time. We're military.
Hurry up and wait.
So we can control your time, huh? Beta Sigma Phi is a women's international non-academic sorority that was founded in 1931 when a man realized that women needed social and cultural outlets. Very shortly after that, the service aspects came in as those women saw needs in their communities. At our peak, we had over 250,000 members in 31 countries, and most of those in other countries were at military bases because military wives started them when they moved. And we continue now. We have 27 chapters in the Denver area, 90 in the state of Colorado, 4,700 plus around the world now. And we're here, you just don't know about us very much. And this is our opportunity to tell you we're here. We're doing things you don't know about.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Good evening.
Commander, is there anything you wanted to share about joining?
You know, we're open. Our auxiliary's open for folks. Some folks need to come in that way, but other folks, if you're a combat veteran or a veteran of a foreign war, please come check us out. One thing I would like to remind everybody, we have a big veterans fundraiser on the 22nd, and we got a guy coming in from Branson, Missouri. He's a national recording artist. He's really top notch, and you get a dinner, light dinner, and the show, and it's a professional show. It's $20. You buy a ticket. You can buy them at our bar, the American Legion bar. It's going to be at the American Legion. We're working with those guys, and we always do. We have a good relationship with our American Legion. The show's going to be up there. They got a little bigger place, more parking, and good folks too. So, Tim Handler is the guy's name. All the proceeds are going to go to Veterans Camp, Gummy Camp. Glad you made it. It's named the acronym and stuff. It's a camp that these guys built that helps veterans with PTSD, addiction problems as a result of that. It helps them get squared away, gets them sober, gets them on their feet, gets them going. So it's a really worthwhile thing. Everything we do there, all the food, all the tickets, all that money will go directly to those veterans and support that camp. So it's a good cause. Encourage you all to come. And you'll have a pretty damn good time.
And for the Honor Bell Foundation, we're primarily volunteer. There's only a few of us, 3, that are paid staff. We invite you to come do a service at the cemetery. It's powerful. It's powerful.
Very powerful.
Yes. You're all welcome. If you are a veteran, we certainly invite you to tour. If you have family members that you want to do an honor ceremony for, that maybe didn't have military honors, or it's a birthday or anniversary or an angel anniversary of their passing, there's unique things that we can do. We're also available, like I said, the bell belongs to the community, and that was Lou's vision. So, yes.
I will say, it's very easy to do. Go to honorbell.com, register your name, and register your deceased, and they will show up. They will be there. They're a very good organization and very responsible. Thank you very much.
Thank you for playing dance. September 24th, we also have a golf tournament. So if anyone is interested in sponsoring, volunteering, or playing at the golf tournament, Jordan's your guy. He is our golf tournament director person. Some fancy thing.
Expert.
I don't have any of them funny pants.
We'll get you some.
No.
Jordan has a whole closet full.
No,
Sure do.
But thank you. Oh yes.
On behalf of the American Legion, thank you very much. And I'd like to match Howard's donation from our post, but I don't have the check with me. So I'll make sure whatever you guys did will do. Contact me and we'll match that.
Can I say something as well?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm here on behalf of the mayor from the city of Arvada.
Oh,
Lauren
thank
Simpson
you.
was invited tonight. I'm your district representative, District 2, Shauna Ambrose, and also an Army veteran. I really appreciate you all coming out here and everything you do with the Honor Bell, everything the VFW does, everything the Legion does for veterans. The city of Arvada really appreciates all of your organizations.
Please let us know
What's
how.
the city donating?
Yeah. I'll ask.
Please let us know how we
Sure.
can serve the
Yeah.
I
city.
apologize, I didn't recognize you.
It's okay. I got the times mixed up, so I apologize. I should have been here earlier. But
Thank you for coming.
We should hear that from Howard.
They should have donated.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I'll ask. Yeah.
So Jordan, you want to get
Sure.
a
I'll get a picture with
He wants a group
Oh,
shot.
it's okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Everybody, and smile, and action. Everybody's looking. Yeah, there you go.
That's Captain.
Got it.